Bird alerts, look at this, Murrells Inlet. Beautiful sunrise. I promised I was going to switch the camera view. We've been on Murrells Inlet all morning, but then I saw the bird and I was like, nope, you got to see the bird too. The yellow path, if this goes further west, we're looking at bands of on and off showers and storms, maybe even a tornado risk. But coastal impacts look to be minor. But say Tropical Depression 10 favors more of the Atlantic side, well, it could bring more windy conditions to the coast. Rough surf, erosion, could definitely be looking at high rip current risks, no doubt about it. That's something we have to watch close attention to. All right, so we just had a tornado warning issued for parts of Georgetown County. We were going to update you briefly on the update of a severe thunderstorm warning issued for this same cell. But strong winds have been evident, and there was some rotation coming in from the radar right around this little hook notch that you're seeing south of downtown Georgetown. I want to stress, if there is something here, this will thankfully be short-lived, but there is very strong rotation, at least aloft. We don't have any sort of confirmation as of now of anything having touched down, but literally over the last 1 to 2 minutes, and forgive me, was running around the station trying to at least get the word up so we could get some notice here that there is at least some rotation with the storms. According to the University of Alaska, they're a lot more bullish on their forecast, saying that it could be seen potentially as far south as Florida. Now, this is, I think, a lot less likely, but the possibility is still there. Doesn't hurt to look, you know, between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. it is possible. And just to kind of bounce off of the topic of solar eclipse, of course, it's Monday, and this is what it's going to appear like for us at its peak. This is not a total solar eclipse. It will not get dark. I'm going to hammer that home repeatedly every time we mention this. This is something you're going to need those glasses for the entirety of the eclipse, from 1:56 p.m. until 4:27 p.m. Max eclipse is between 71-72%. At that point, it may finally start to become slightly dim outside, but it's not really going to get dark. At no point will it be that way. But still, something cool to experience. Make sure you have those solar eclipse glasses at the ready. Hurricane Florence did make landfall near Wrightsville Beach today, 5 years ago anyway, on this day. And this is a loop of the landfall, and it's very slow motion, paralleling the coast of North Carolina, essentially, as it wobbled to the south and southwest. The agonizingly slow movement of this storm caused very high rainfall totals. Some college football to talk about. UNC versus USC, the battle of the two Carolina schools, kickoff tonight at 7:30 p.m. at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Temperatures will be in the 70s for kickoff, 60s by the end of the game. Looks like a great setup for the weather there. And Clemson taking on Duke Monday night, Labor Day night. That's the primetime kickoff. A bit warmer. Numbers will be in the mid-80s to start, 70s by the end of the game. Still pretty tranquil, but overall a bit warmer in comparison to the games that'll kick off this weekend. They can freeze, and other water droplets can freeze on top of them. These stones that form steadily grow. Eventually, they will fall back down to the earth as hailstones. Sometimes they can be quite small and not really be much of an issue, but depending on how long they can stay suspended up in a thunderstorm, these stones can grow into sizes that can become more hazardous or dangerous to those caught outside, with even heavier tropical moisture coming in from the south by Wednesday and Thursday. Speaking of tropical moisture, the source is this, Tropical Depression 10, which is focused just off the Yucatan Peninsula. This will be a big weather maker for our area. Now, of course, you hear that and you might think, uh-oh, do we have to worry about a potential hurricane issue around here? No, I don't think so. I think Florida has to. I think at this point, North Florida has to prepare for a hurricane. But for our neck of the woods, it looks like this is going to be a big rainmaker, because remember, there's a front that's going to be increasing rain. That front's going to kind of guide whatever's left of this system toward our area. So yes, you might see yourself in the cone. I wouldn't worry in terms of any sort of panic, but at the same time, I would definitely say, hey, get ready, because we're going to get some soggy weather from this system. These are not thunderstorms, but these have been steadily developing through the day, and they're pushing from west to east. So if you're watching us in areas like Hartsville, Darlington, Florence, Dillon, Marion, or Mullins, you're going to be seeing some of this on and off rain, and these are developing. So I wouldn't be surprised if these clouds grow and become thunderstorms through the late morning. This is definitely a possibility from now through 10 and 11 o'clock. Looking at a pretty nice setup across the Carolinas, as I showed you before the break. Yeah, looking pretty good for a good chunk of the mid-Atlantic. Yeah, there's some rain up in the northeast, but that should clear the area in due time. It's not going to reach us. I can promise you that. That's moving away from us. So no soggy weather around here. Looking at a great forecast for Mother's Day weekend with temperatures at around 9, which is still right now, numbers in the mid-60s. So a little bit of a dated forecast at 9, but you get the picture. 2 to 6 o'clock, upper 70s. Lots of sunshine and generally speaking, a pretty good day overall. All right, let's take a look at the Pelicans forecast. If you're heading to the baseball game later this afternoon and evening, first pitch at 6 o'clock. I was about to say kickoff. Football season is still a ways away. First pitch at 6 o'clock. Temperatures are going to be fairly comfortable with 70s across the board throughout the game, including the 7th inning stretch. Heading into Monday, great weather around here continues. Pretty much a near mirror image of today, maybe a bit more on the humid side, but still not bad. Upper 70s to low 80s, lots of sun and a few more clouds moving in. Tuesday gets a bit cooler, and I'll explain more of that in just a moment. Wednesday and Thursday looking pretty warm. Not hot, but seasonably warm around here. So why does Tuesday drop? If you guessed rain, you'd be right. All right, our next big system approaches by then, bringing with it widespread rain and scattered thunderstorms. A low chance of severe weather is already highlighted by the Storm Prediction Center, and it's low for a reason. There's not a lot of confidence here that this could be a big weather day, aside from the fact that it's going to be raining. The path of this low is ultimately going to dictate how much thunder we get. For now, count on widespread rain. I think that is a near certainty. We now have our forecast at 80%. A good amount of this may fall earlier in the day on Tuesday, but still, 80% for widespread rain is warranted. Afterward, on and off rain chances will linger with a few more of these systems kind of pushing on by. It'll be a bit of an active week, but not really a messy week overall, aside from, again, Tuesday. Tuesday is not going to be a quiet day around here. Here's the 10-day. First, the Grand Strand. Mother's Day and Monday, great weather. If we're going to get rain, let it not be on the holiday, all right, or the beginning of the work week. I'm fine with it being on Tuesday. Monday, you kind of want the weather to cooperate, and that it will. Afterward, scattered showers and storms, or widely scattered showers and storms, will linger through the week. Temperatures peaking in the upper 70s to near 80. Across the PD, the weather is similar. Nice on Mother's Day, Monday really good, and then we'll be in the mid-80s through most of the week. So still nice and warm, just a bit warmer, a bit more on the humid side, which will make it feel hotter, but nothing too oppressive, nothing we can't handle anyway. With on and off rain chances, it's pretty much a typical May forecast.